Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylos, and this is my Asus Rog PG27AQ IPS 4K gaming monitor. Holy hell, this thing is an absolute beast. So what we're going to do is use my DinoPC, which has got S-ATAIII 1080s in, which I'll quickly show you in a second, and this beautiful monitor to see what we can actually do with Overwatch and The Witcher 3 I'll show later, just because The Witcher 3 has insane graphics. Now do make sure you watch this video on 4K in the YouTube settings, like change it to 4K, because you'll get to kind of see it in the better quality options. Obviously if you've got a 4K monitor yourself, you'll see it in beautiful 4K. If you don't, then it'll kind of like do a little bit of upscaling and all that good stuff, but it will look better if you watch on 4K regardless. Look at the stand on this thing. It is crazy. You can just flip it into portrait mode. That is insane, like utterly insane. Such a well-built monitor this is. I mean, you'd expect it to be well-built for the cost, but yeah, it is really, really sturdy. And this, of course, is my DinoPC, which you guys have probably seen before. I made a whole video showing this thing off. It has water-cooled S-ATAIII 1080, so it is ridiculously powerful, and it can play 4K games like it doesn't even care. It's beautiful. So this is Overwatch. Now what I'm going to do is, well, you can see the options there. We've got it at 4K resolution. We've put the graphics quality to epic. Everything's basically high. There's a couple of little things which are maybe not on high, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Like the render scale, I could have increased that a little bit, to be honest, but I don't think it really matters. Now, if you look in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you will see the FPS readout. You'll see the one from Shadowplay, and you'll see the one from Overwatch's actual in-game. And you'll see that it never really changes from 60, 5960, 5960. Now, the reason for that is Overwatch locks to the resolution of your monitor. In some cases, like it will only let me select 4K at 60 Hz, which is fine because the monitor only displays at 60 Hz, which is honestly the only real downside to this monitor, because for games like Overwatch, you need the higher refresh rate. You need like the 144 Hz plus. I typically use a BenQ monitor, an XL2411T, which is only a 1080p monitor, but it's 144 Hz, and you really need that, especially when you're trying to play at like higher levels and stuff. It makes such a massive difference. So with this monitor being 60 Hz, it's maybe not the best for that. I mean, it's totally fine if you want to use it, but for me, it's like I'm used to using 144 Hz plus, so yeah, I can really feel the difference. But talking about feeling a difference, holy shit, it looks so much better on this monitor because it's IPS and my old monitor is only TN panel. The IPS panel's got way better color reproduction, and obviously it's 4K, so the resolution on the textures and everything just look utterly insane. I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's one of those things, like when you see it, you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. It's kind of like VR in a way. When you first put a VR headset on, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is the future. But when I'm looking at this monitor playing games, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Now, like I said, maybe Overwatch isn't the best game for me to play on it. It's totally playable. Other games are probably better for me. Other games, like this game. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is The Witcher 3. Probably one of the best graphical games, if that's even a word, out there. This game looks utterly ridiculous. It looks utterly insane. I'll just keep saying it over and over again. You can see in the top left-hand corner of the screen, if you look very closely, you'll see the FPS indicator popping up. Now, I must stress, this is set to maximum on absolutely everything. Even things you don't really need, because when you go up to 4K, because the res is so high, you don't really need loads of anti-aliasing and all of that stuff turned on. But I turned it on just because why not? Just to see what it could do. And you'll see the FPS at the corner. I think probably the lowest it goes down to is like maybe 45 FPS or something like that. Now, that's fine. That is totally fine for a game like this, because the quality you're getting is utterly ridiculous. But that being said, I think if I messed around with the graphics a little bit, maybe turn things off that I didn't really need, I could probably get it much higher. I could probably get it up to 60 quite easily. But look how insane this looks. This is absolutely ridiculous. And of course, remember, do watch this on 4K options, on the 4K option in the video player. On the YouTube like little bar thing at the bottom, click the cog and change to 4K, because that's kind of the experience that you sort of want to get. Although it's going to be difficult. If you've got a 4K monitor, then you will get to see it in slightly better quality. But if you don't have a 4K monitor, still watching it at 4K will show you sort of, it will look crisper to you. It should look crisper anyway. But look at the performance of this thing is crazy. I mean, in terms of like being future-proof, I think I ain't going to need a computer for the next 10 years. This is ridiculous. So this is the Asus Rog PG27AQ, which is being driven by the DinoPC machine that I've got with S-ATAIII 1080s. Ladies and gentlemen, it's ridiculous. My god, I just wanted to show you this, guys, anyway, because my god, everyone likes seeing a bit of PC porn, right? Alright guys, I've been Stylos, so this is Unit Lost, and if you like the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Toodaloo.